Hi guys, we are going to make our templates for our whimsical house project. You guys can follow along with me. I'll stop every now and then to let you guys catch up, but you are more than welcome to follow along with me if you can keep up. Let me know if you need me to stop or pause the video, and we'll go from there. Okay, so to do this, you will need your drawings, your thumbnail, and your final sketch. You will also need a pencil, a ruler, a 4x6 piece of cardboard that you have at your table that I've already provided, and a colored piece of paper to create your template. So in order to create your house project, you're going to need to create a template that looks like the design that you've drawn on your packet. So let's go ahead and set our drawing aside, our ruler aside, and start with our construction paper and our 4x6 cardboard template at our table. So go ahead and take a moment to trace this onto your construction paper. All right, once you have it traced, we want our drawing back so that way we can start planning exactly how our template is going to be laid out. The first thing that we want to do is we want to look at the peak of our roof and where the roof ends, and we want to draw a line on our drawing to signify where the roof ends and the rest of the house continues. Okay? We're not going to do any measurements for this specifically. We just kind of want to look at the proportion between the peak of the roof here and where the roof ends in comparison to the rest of the house. Our house is going to fit into this 4x6 inch rectangle that we've created on our paper. And so we want to sort of look at this proportion, and we want to mimic that on this side. So for me, this is about 1/3, a little less than 1/3 of my house, okay? So what I wanna do is I wanna take my ruler and about 1/3 down from the top line on my rectangle, I'm gonna draw a line. And like I said, I'm not measuring this. I'm just kind of looking at the proportion and creating a division. So I'm going to draw a line in just like that. So take a minute to do that. Alrighty. So after we've done that, the next thing we want to do is we want to create a middle point in the top line of our box for the peak of the roof. The peak of my roof is in the middle of my house, and so therefore I want it to be in the middle of my box. If yours is offset, meaning it's not in the middle, it's off to the side, the peak of your roof is off to the side, then you don't want to necessarily do this technique for your template. You can just freehand draw the edge of your roof into the box that you're using for your template. So all I need to do is I need to mark the middle of that top line. This line here is 4 inches long. So half of 4 is 2. And I want to create a little mark right at the top at 2 inches. I just want to make a mark in the middle, okay? Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so after you've done that, we want to line our ruler up on a diagonal with this intersection right here and this intersection right here. So I'm going to line the ruler up on a diagonal and then create a line. That's one side of my roof. I want to do the same thing on the other side. Line my ruler up with those two intersecting lines and draw a diagonal line. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, after you've done that, we can erase a bunch of lines because we don't need them anymore. So I'm gonna erase this top line because my roof is drawn now. So these guidelines up here, I no longer need. So I can go ahead and erase those. Alrighty, then I can erase this line right here. We don't need that line anymore either because that was just a guideline to let us know how steep our roof line was going to be. Okay, now that we have that done, let's consider the shape of our house. My house has this curve on either side, and so I'm gonna do that on my template, just the same as I have it in my drawing. This line, if this is my box here, then this line right here is going to come onto the inside of my square box that I have, and this line is going to come onto the outside of my square box. So I'm just going to move that a little bit out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and draw the sides of my houses in. So again, this is going to be free-handed, and so you can draw it until you like the way that it looks. Just make sure that your line at the bottom is intersecting with the corner of the box that we're using as a guide. Okay? I can clean up that line, or if I don't like it at all, I can erase it and draw it again. Now remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. Your template is not a piece of art. It's just to help you cut out the right shape and size pieces of clay. All right, now that I have drawn one side of my house, I'm gonna go ahead and draw the other side of my house. Remember, this one needs to go outside of the box for my design. So I'm going to start at my roof line, and I'm going to try to mimic the curve that I have in my original drawing. And again, if you draw the line and you don't like it, you can always erase it and try again. But this is all freehand. Okay. Go ahead and take a minute and give that a try. Okay, now that we've done our lines for the sides of our house, we can get rid of the rest of our guide box. So I'm gonna erase the side lines that are straight because I don't need them anymore. And I am left with the outline of my house. Now all you need is a pair of scissors to cut this bad boy out, and you're ready to get started.